This is the Sunday Business Page on KDKA TV.
And a very good morning to you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday morning with us. There is growing concern about the capability of foreign powers like North Korea to disrupt America's internet system and its national security. The latest danger is ransomware attacks. CBS's Adriana Diaz has more on what is at stake and what's being done to deal with the challenge.
Just as North Korea boasted about the successful launch of a nuclear-capable rocket, technology experts say they have evidence North Korean hackers could be behind another international threat, last Friday's global cyber attack. Gregory Clark is CEO of Symantec, one of the computer security firms that made the North Korea connection.
In this case, there is a fragment of the technology that was associated with Lazarus.
The Lazarus Group is a hacker collective with ties to North Korea, and Symantec discovered portions of its malware codes in WannaCry, the hacking program used in last weekend's cyber attacks. Lazarus was also implicated in the 2014 Sony Pictures data hack, in apparent retaliation for its release of the film The Interview that mocked North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. And it was connected with last year's theft of $81 million from a Bangladesh account at the Federal Reserve Bank in New York. U.S. officials blamed both hacks on North Korea. The latest attack was widespread, forcing a shutdown of hospitals and other businesses around the world. It exploited a known vulnerability in an older Microsoft program, encrypting files to make them inaccessible until a ransom of $300 was paid. Now, experts say it's still too early to blame it on North Korea because the culprits may have just used the Lazarus malware, perhaps to make it look like a North Korean attack. Adriana Diaz, CBS News, Beijing.
Now, we're so pleased to welcome Karen Puchalsky to the Sunday Business Page. She's founder and president of Innovate e-commerce in Wexford. Ransomware problems are one challenge that Innovate e-commerce can help its clients overcome. Karen, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
This is a very serious problem, isn't it?
Yes, it is, very much so.
Do we have evidence that folks in the Pittsburgh area are being affected by ransomware?
I would say it's what we always commonly say, it's not if you've been attacked, it's when. And yes, I'm sure probably people right now are already attacked. The sad part about a lot of things that people don't realize with malware is the fact that it can be infiltrated into your computer and sit there for days, sometime up to 200 days before it's even activated. So you may be under attack and not even realize it.
You know, that is amazing. I didn't realize that myself. So the bottom line is there could be a hidden virus that is, are they set to trigger at a certain time, or do they get an external trigger?
Both, unfortunately, and a lot of times it's set so it's a timing thing, and a lot of times it's that's how a lot of people steal the information, because what it'll do is it'll sit there for a while and then it'll trigger, and then what it starts doing is looking at following your keystrokes, and that's how it gets information. So malware's biggest threat is to try to get information, where ransomware is a little different, where it's trying to get money. So a lot of times it'll say, you know, your computer's locked, pay us X dollars and we'll release your information. Unfortunately, though, a lot of times people pay the money and they still don't get all the information back.
Really? I mean, so it's like anything else. When someone steals a human being for ransom, you just can't count on making the payment and everything turning up hunky-dory. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, Karen, I should go back and just say from the beginning, I mean, do you work primarily with companies that need to protect their own computerware? Is that the idea here? Yes, we work in a lot of different ways. What we actually do is we manage company supply chain. So for us, because we're constantly sending information to and from companies, you know, very large to very small companies, it's very important for us to protect ourselves as well as our interface, people we interface with. So yes, we try to help people understand what they need to do to help secure their information. But is there really good protection from ransomware in 2017?
Probably the best protection costs very little. And that is, we always say the biggest threat with this is what we say from the chair to the keyboard. And that's you and me. And it's training and getting your users and your employees smart about what they do, because the majority of this comes through email attachments, spam types of things.
Right.
I'm sure you probably get a lot of times where it looks like it's coming from your bank saying, we need your information, and that's how people get information. So it's really educating your employees.
Is it enough, sometimes you'll get an email, you might be a little suspicious of it, but you need to click on it in order to read it, to understand what they're saying. Does the click itself provide enough of an attachment to this outside, bad guy so that they can get into your computer?
Not normally. Most of the time it's you have to click on a link or you download the attachment. There has to be something that brings it into your environment. Normally just opening an email
and reading it.
It won't.
And then deleting it right away.
Correct. But if it looks suspicious, I would say the best scenario is don't open it.
Yeah, and of course people get emails all the time and they're from people they don't know. So I suppose, is that another piece of advice you would give? Just don't look at emails that come from people you don't know? That can be risky in some of our businesses.
It is. Well, I would say probably the majority of time what I would recommend doing is look at the email itself, because a lot of times what they will do is, so let's say you and I communicate continuously, and so you see my email and you recognize it. Well, what they'll do is they may just change a letter.
Right.
And so to you, not knowing it, it's, oh, this is from Karen, so I'll click on it, and oh, she's sending me a letter.
Yes.
But it's not for me.
Yeah, and I notice that I get a lot of stuff in which the email address might have your name, but it has a different internet provider of some sort.
Correct.
And I don't open those at all, because I figure, if I knew that you're with a certain company, whether it's KDK, for example, it says KDK.com, and I know you're with KDK, I'll open it. If it's something else, I might not. So, Karen, this is very helpful. Bottom line, what's the #1 piece of advice to those of us who might be worried about ransomware?
I would say be smart about what you do. Probably the other thing would be to do is to really start looking at how you're sharing information through your email. Don't do attachments. Look at maybe a secure file sharing product that will allow you to be able to put information out there, and then that you control who gets it and who pulls it down.
Karen Puchalsky, thank you so much for coming in and sharing important information with us. We do appreciate it.
Thank you
so much. When the Sunday Business Page continues, the key to a college scholarship for many